I was wondering how you feel about, I'm forgetting the name, the congresswoman that's transgender.
They call her a man?
Yeah, again called a man,
Yeah.
kind of repeatedly in Congress. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like we shouldn't be doing that? Or do you feel like that's like, hey, it's your own freedom to call anybody whatever you want?
You know, that's a great question, man. I'm glad you asked that question because in the spirit of trying to get along with people, you don't want to unnecessarily offend people if it's not necessary. But at the same time, we can't just let it get off the rails. People should be free to identify that person the way they want to identify if they're addressing a person. At the end of the day, you're either a man or a woman. Now, you may identify as something else, which is fair, but you still are either a man or a woman. And I think that you can't impose your theology on everybody and force them to believe what you believe. I would never do anything to hurt a trans person because I know that they're a person. They just got whatever struggle going on. But I wish that there was some honesty here. The logic behind transgenderism is that a person believes because they have gender dysphoria or something other traumatic thing that's going on in their life or their mind, and they decide to transition. Well, the world is lying to kids now, and they're telling you, if you transition, everything's gonna be okay, or it's gonna be better for you, and the world is just gonna accept you. When you're a kid, you don't understand how cruel the world really is, and how much you probably won't fit in. You ain't got $100,000 to transition your face and have your body contoured the way a woman would look. And now their life is a living hell, worse than it probably was if they hadn't transitioned. But they don't teach people that, they don't tell them that, they don't warn them of that, and they're setting people up for failure.